What is up, guys? Prepared Cactus here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today, you have 1 week left, or technically 1 week and 1 day, but we'll gloss over that, to get ready for the new season, Season 13, hitting Destiny 2 on February 9th. So we're going to be going over all of that last minute important prep, things you definitely want to do and want to be aware of so you can hit the ground running in this new season and get a significant advantage over people who did not prepare. And so, let's get started. But first things first, if you really want to prepare and have that energy and that focus to be on that D2 grind, you gotta be drinking Advanced GG Focus, baby. The best and only clinically proven gaming supplement out there. Click the link in the description down below and use code KHD for 10% off. It's a fantastic product. I use it all the time. All right, now what should you do to get ready? Because actually, this season it's a little bit different. There is a lot of changes happening with Season 13, so a lot of this advice isn't necessarily stuff you should do to get an advantage, but rather stuff you need to do to avoid a disadvantage. Alright, now first off here, remember, all Season of Dawn stuff is sunsetting starting February 9th. So be sure to check your weaponry and check your armor especially. I think a lot of people are going to randomly have a good roll of armor from Season of Dawn and kind of forget about it and then realize, oh my goodness, I can't infuse this anymore. So make sure you're prepped and ready with no Season of Dawn stuff starting February 9th. Moving on from there quickly, something a lot of people do is save bounties. If you complete a bounty but don't hand that completed bounty in, you can wait until the next season to do so, and that's going to give you your experience then and give you a little bit of an advantage when it comes to leveling up, especially increasing the level of your seasonal artifact. But there's a couple of really important things this time. Firstly, weekly bounties are normally the things you want to stock up on. But it was just revealed that starting next season, a lot of the main vendors, so the Crucible vendor Shax, Zavala and the Vanguard vendor, the Gunsmith, all of those guys, pretty much everyone big, they are not going to have weekly bounties anymore. So, what this likely means is that your weekly bounties have a very high chance to depreciate. They'll just disappear from your inventory because that's what usually happens if you have completed bounties and then those bounties are no longer offered. However, considering the vendors will still be around, there's a chance you'll still be able to hand them in, but honestly, I would recommend if you are going to stock up on bounties, stock up on the daily bounties this time because they aren't going anywhere. Also remember, similar to the launch of this season, Season of the Hunt, if you have bounties that award Infamy or Valor, so Crucible or Gambit bounties, and then you turn those in next season, the first reward you get from leveling up a rank in either Crucible or Gambit is going to drop with a depreciated overall light level. So it's going to drop a reward as if it was from the previous season, and that's to prevent people from getting too far ahead. So again, if you're going to stock up on bounties, make sure it's daily bounties and probably avoid Crucible as well as Gambit bounties. But speaking of the Crucible, something you definitely want to do is turn in literally every single one of your Crucible tokens. That's because the Crucible vendor is getting an overhaul next season and it will no longer use tokens. So all of the Crucible tokens in your inventory, if you have thousands, it doesn't matter, they will literally disappear with the start of Season 13. So absolutely turn those in now. The rewards probably aren't going to be that great, but you might as well convert that into actual usable things such as legendary shards and gunsmith materials rather than just have them completely wasted. Moving on from there, something else in the same vein as Crucible tokens is planetary resources from planets that have been vaulted. So, Mercury is no longer in the game. However, a lot of people still have simulation seeds, which was the planetary resource from Mercury. And you can still use them right now. Like every once in a while, the gunsmith, for example, will sell upgrade modules for simulation seeds, again, as an example. However, starting in Season 13, all of those planetary resources, again from planets that are no longer here, will not be offered by vendors anymore. They are depreciating. Now, Bungie is introducing something at the Spider, I think, where you can turn in these depreciated resources for base level resources like Glimmer and stuff, so probably best to spend them now. So if you do see something on offer, either in the Spider or again from the Gunsmith that uses these old planetary resource, like just buy as many as you can, get some useful stuff out of them before they kind of go away. But moving on from there, this is a big one, and this is going to go against a lot of advice from other people. So I would suggest do not grab most things from your Season's Pass. I know, right? Most people are going to say, well, you want to clear out the Season's Pass before the start of the new season. However, there's some very good reasons why you don't want to do that. Firstly, you can actually still gain access to the previous Season's Pass via Bungie.net. As you can see right here, I'm on the website, I can go to Seasons and I can click Previous Seasons and I can withdraw stuff from Season of Arrivals. Like I still have some Ascendant Shards. Obviously, my inventory is full of those, so I can't withdraw anymore, but importantly, I can withdraw, as you can see, armor. And then if I was to go onto my character, again, as you can see, that armor that I withdrew is the max power level because it drops on level, just like the current Season's Pass armor. So a huge leveling tip that a lot of people should be doing, definitely something I always preach about, is when you're leveling up and you have an armor piece that's lagging behind, like your chest piece is significantly lower than your other armor pieces, you can then withdraw your chest piece from your Season's Pass. Because it's going to drop at your actual average light level, it's often going to give you a boost if your chest piece is again lower than normal, and that's really going to help you in the leveling process. But you can do that same exact strategy with armor that you didn't claim yet from the previous season. So in that same exact example, your chest piece is lagging behind, but you've withdrawn all of the Season 13 chest pieces, you can go on to Bungie.net, go to the previous season, and if you have a chest piece waiting around that you didn't claim from Season of the Hunt, you can claim it next season and get that same advantage. So it's like kind of having a few extra pieces of armor just in case you need them. And the same thing also works for exotic engrams. Now, previously, you could actually save exotic engrams from the previous season, and when you withdrew those, they could give you brand new exotics if Bungie added exotics to the loot pool. However, it seems like they've kind of realized that people had access to literally all of the new world drop exotics day one by doing this method, so they're likely going to put those new exotics in Season 13 in the lost sectors in order to grind for them and avoid this whole process. But it's one of those things where it doesn't hurt to just not withdraw any exotic engrams yet and then see what happens in Season 13, right? However, for other things like materials and the like, it doesn't matter as much. It's mainly for armor pieces and exotic engrams. Now moving on from there, importantly, the Whisper of the Worm exotic sniper rifle, the Outbreak Perfected exotic pulse rifle, and the Fellwinter's Lie unique shotgun, those three things are being added to the exotic vault within Season 13. So make sure if you want any of those weapons, all three are frankly quite good, to save up on the resources that are going to be likely required to get them. So save up on some exotic ciphers, save up on some Ascendant Shards, etc., so that you can buy them, right away in Season 13 and get rolling with them. In any event, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, found this informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.